Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. I'm doing another foundation tutorial for you guys. This sounds very impressive. This is the Revlon Youth FX. It says it feels and blurs. So it actually, when you turn it around, it does state here that it dramatically transforms the appearance of lines and wrinkles. Okay, so where I would have my lines and wrinkles are mainly on my forehead right here and between right there. So we're gonna do a wear test for 8 to 10 hours, depending on how long my day goes, to see if this actually collects within those wrinkles or does it really fill them in, or what it looks like in a few hours. But I did put on the Revlon pore filling primer, just FYI. I always wear this primer regardless of what foundation I'm wearing. This is equivalent to the Professionals, just so you guys know. It fills in all my large pores. So let's go ahead and just get straight to that video. But before we get there, please hit that thumbs up button, the little subscribe button down there, and the tiny little bell next to it for notifications of new videos. I'm going to be opening this up. This is in the color 200 Nude. So this is the type of foundation tip, and this actually looks quite thick. Okay, now that you guys are close up, you obviously can see all the freckles in my skin. So let's go ahead and start. What do you guys think? So half of my face is done. I do not consider this a full coverage foundation. It looks very, very natural. It is a medium coverage because you saw when I started how many marks I had on my face, how many freckles. Now, can you still see the freckles? You can still see a tad bit of the freckles, but they're more covered and I have a more even skin tone. If I'm looking up close in the mirror, it has like a velvety texture look. It's not dewy and it's not matte. It is regularly $17.50 at Walgreens. That is quite pricey, considering that the Revlon Color Stay foundation is one of my holy grails. So this is actually for more mature skin that has lines and wrinkles. My skin is just a little bit mature. So we're gonna go, I'll see you guys in a bit with those check-ins and tell you my final thoughts and opinions. Okay guys, so I just want to turn on the camera and show you what my makeup looks like after I've applied the foundation and all my other makeup. I did set it with a powder, so we're crossing our fingers that this actually works. So far, I think it looks stunning. I think it looks so extremely natural. You guys let me know. I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay guys, so Eric and I are having lunch at La Bonita. It's a restaurant here not a restaurant. Say hi, honey.
Hey.
It's a grocery store here in Las Vegas, but this is 3 hours wearing this foundation, and at 2 hours I did notice this, so I'm gonna get really close. So the foundation looks really good, but then when I do this, it looked like it cracked all on this area of my mouth, above my mouth. Like there's lines, but when my skin goes back to normal, like where I'm not like, or making expressions with my lips, it looks fine. And you only notice it when I do that, but still for it cracking at 2 hours, it shouldn't really had done that. So I'm gonna check in later and tell you guys what it looks like. So this is 5 hours later. Let me get close up. I started producing a lot of oils. Can you tell? I don't know if you can tell on the camera. Now you can see it better. How I told you it has these lines that it broke up. I don't know. So I'm gonna take my Scott one-ply toilet paper and push everything back down, see if it resets. Okay, so the one-ply toilet paper did remove all of the oil, but you can see here, like within my nose area right there, it did take off some of the foundation. My corners came up, and this breaking right here is just unacceptable. It's not a complete fail, but I wouldn't recommend it, especially that this is 5 hours later, my first touch up, and and I do have some spots that did come up. So I'm gonna check back in one more time and let you guys know how it holds up in a few more hours from now. Okay guys, so this is 8.5 hours later. You see my oil started producing again. Zumi wants to be in the video. Say hi, Zumi. Hi, Choombi. Anyways, 8.5 hours later, it looks the same. My oil started to produce again. You know what I was actually thinking that this says it's supposed to be a blur and a line filler, which it really did not. Like, I mean, there's a little bit in my lines, but hardly any, like at all. Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe because I had the primer on and and I think it already has a primer in it, if that makes sense. I think that I'm gonna try it again tomorrow because I think that it will work if I didn't have the primer, because if it has something that fills in those lines and stuff, then that's considered like a primer. So maybe me putting a primer before this just kind of jacked it up. So I'm gonna wear it all day tomorrow and check in again at the end of the day and tell you what I think my final thoughts then. Okay guys, so I've been wearing this foundation now for around 4 hours, and I'm gonna say that I give it a total thumbs down because it did the exact same thing yesterday. Today I did not wear a primer, and you can see right here under my nose and all throughout here, it totally broke off. When I just blotted it now with my Scott 1-ply toilet paper, it removed right there. It totally removed on the side. Unfortunately, this foundation just failed. So I wouldn't recommend this. It is quite pricey anyways. And it gathered more in my lines today, and it's supposed to fill them in and not really do that. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna say pass on this foundation, but hopefully you guys give this video a thumbs up, even though I gave that foundation a thumbs down. And hit that little subscribe button and the tiny little bell next to it. I'm Christina Marie, I'm out, bye.